Hello and welcome at this new series inside the solar system. In this series I will tell more about our own sun, her planets, their moons and way more. So let's get started. The solar system has one star, which is obviously the sun, 8 planets and thousands of small solar system bodies, also known as SSSBs. These are things like comets and asteroids. When you start at the center of the solar system, the first thing you will find is obviously the sun, which is a very huge part of the solar system. It contains 99% of the entire mass of it. So then the next thing you will find is the first terrestrial planet, also known as Mercury. It is the smallest planet and has no moons. The second one is Venus. It is about as big as the Earth is, and it has a very dense atmosphere, and again, just as Mercury, it has no moons. The Earth is the next planet, which is our planet. It is the only planet we know from that it contains life, and it has one moon, our moon. Mars is the final terrestrial planet. It has a small atmosphere and has 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. Now we arrive at Jupiter, which is the first gas giant. Just as all the other gas giants, it has rings. Although they are not visible with the naked eye, it still has rings. Also, it contains the most moons of the entire solar system, up to more than 60 moons. Okay. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. The second gas giant we arrive is Saturn. Saturn is the most beautiful planet. It has big visible rings and up to 50 moons. Now, Uranus is the third gas giant we arrive. Uranus is smaller than Jupiter and Saturn and also has rings and 27 moons. The final planet is Neptune. Neptune, just as all the other gas giants, has rings, but just 13 moons. The next thing we find are the dwarf planets. We don't know how many there are. We know a couple of them, just like Pluto and Eris, but way more has to be discovered. We also don't know a lot about them. There are much questions of which we don't know the answer from. Dwarf planets are actually failed planets from the early beginnings of our solar system, so they tell us a lot about the start of the solar system, which is very interesting. Now, the solar system has 2 belts, the asteroid belt and the Kuiper belt. The asteroid belt lies between Mars and Jupiter. The Kuiper belt lies behind Neptune. Both of them contain rocks, which is known as asteroids, comets and other names. The final thing is the Oort cloud. It is a very big cloud of small solar system bodies behind the Kuiper belt. Also, it is the end of our solar system. So when you leave the Oort cloud, you leave the solar system and enter interstellar space, just as the Voyager 1 spacecraft did. So this is the end of the video. I hope you liked what you see. If you liked what you see, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope you'll join me in the next video, in which I will talk more about the sun.